with the ass out. Try to rob me with no tags now. Diamond bracelets, so you mad now? Look just like me, I'm your dad now. Big guns, I won't back down. Getting money, I'm a spaz out. Try to rob me with the ass.
Dog piss Coors Light here, boys. Back at it, another beautiful Sunday. Week 1 in the books, right on the heels of week 2. You know, sitting outside, it is currently 12:48. You know, the rankings come and they get there on time. 12:48, no need to fear. I always like to put myself back to the wall. You know, I perform better under pressure. So, without further ado, we're going to go right into the rankings for week 1. For week 2, rather. A little recap from week 1. We got, you know, lots of nice numbers throughout the league. Balfi had a huge week. You know, Fitz, not so much. So, those are 2 high scores, low scores. Let me see what else I got here. Let me look. Can y'all see me here? Yes, sir. Okay, so. Alright, yeah, Balfi put up 194. So, that's tough to beat. Poor J-So. As the last beat. Alright. So, without further ado, let's get started in the rankings. Checking in at number 12 for week 2 in the shitter, and the only member of the Hot Boy Club this week, it's Justin Fitzpatrick. Fitz got his fucking ass handed to him. He put up a whopping 94.5 points, and that's with Adam Thielen putting up 31. So, you know, he says he's not worried about his team. We're all worried. Fitz, he's already the Waffle House Warriors, so Fitz needs a W this week. You know, he doesn't want to dig himself a hole like last year. Last year, he started going down that path, injuries, all those bad things. Wants to stay out of there. All right, and then checking in at number 11 for this week, I got Sean Roush. You know, Brother Roush, you know, he checked in kind of in the middle last week. I believe he was like 6 or 7. And, you know, it was a tough week for Brother Roush, too. Brother Roush only put up 104.9. Lost to Rich. You know, it's a tough one. Aaron Rodgers put up 30 for him. Aaron Jones put up 17. So those are 2 guys he's going to ride as his Packer boys. And, you know, so be it. But Roush, tough loss this week. Roush always got a good team, so we look to him to rebound. But at this week, currently, we're putting Roush number 11. All right, in the 10 spot, we got no under than Aiden. Aiden did not have a good week, I do not believe either. Aiden lost 119 to 103 to Gavin, barely breaking 100. You know, he's got McCaffrey and Mahomes, so when you're barely breaking 100 with that, you really got to question what else is going on there. So we got Aiden checking in at 10. We hope for a little better from you next week, Aiden. All right, you know, we got McCaffrey and Mahomes. We're putting up fucking 103 points. Let's go here. What are we doing? All right. And then number 9, we got that man Rich. Like I mentioned before, Rich just got a narrow victory over Brother Roush. So Rich is gonna go in there. He's gonna lock in where you would think Rich would always be. Like I said, he's a guy that ranges from 9 to 8 to 10. You know, he's gonna be in that range. And this week he's 9. So not really surprised there with Rich. All right, checking in at number 8 and a four spot riser from last week. Last week's Gavin was in the cellar last week, but he's moved up to 8. You know, Gavin, like I said, he beat Aiden this week, put up almost 120. So, you know, not bad for the kid. It's his first year playing fantasy football. He doesn't really know how to work the app or any of the gadgets with it. He's still kind of just doing what looks cool. He says the guys that look, they're cool like pictures. That's what he's putting in there. So, you know, Gavin's not really the best manager, but hey, got to win last week. What are you going to do? All right, and then after Gavin, we got here, bear with me, folks, COVID. All right, after Gavin, we got Smoochie. It was a tough week for Smoochie, too. The Love Boat lost. He lost to Coach Klein. Squinty, always a good manager. He put up 126. You know, Pat only put up 112. Yeah, he's got Lamar Jackson. He's got a good squad, but tough L this week for Pat. He wants to get back, you know, try and get on the right track. Tyler Lockett had 18 points for him, 17.2 points for him last week. You know, not bad. Lamar Jackson, 28. Zeke, 28. Those are good numbers, you know. You're a little unfortunate not to win when you put up 112. You got to be better next week, shitbag. All right, after Pat, who we got here? After Pat, we're putting myself. I'm clocking in at number 6 this week after going at number 11 last week. you know, I had a good week. I put up 130. It was the second most points in the league. You know, I made the mistake last year of ranking my team number 1 after 2 weeks. So, you know, we're not going to be doing that this year. Came in last place. Everybody knows. So, you know, 6 this week. Had a good week. 130. Bulio Bones. You can't complain. Julio does his thing. 25 points. You got to love Bulio. I pulled Tom Brady at the last second for Ben Roethlisberger. It's money. It hit like money. Mwah. Chef's kiss. DK put up 20 for me. Got that long touchdown. Can't complain. I'm not starting DK today. I think Stephon Gilmore's going to shadow him. I'm getting a lot of heat for it. We'll see how it goes. Paris Campbell for the win today, boys. All right, then checking in at number 5, we got Etch. You know, Chunk put in a good week. Chunk got a win, and he's currently winning against me right now. So, 122 he put up last week, you know. Hop got him a 30 bomb. Can't complain with that. Anytime you get a 30 bomb, pretty happy. 29.1. So, we're putting Etch at number 5. Etch has already got out to a lead this week, too. So, who knows? Maybe we see Etch moving up the board again this week. All right, after that, we got Cam. Cam was upset that he said I put a hex on him. You know, I don't agree. Cam lost. You might wonder why he's so high still. But I think Cam's got a good team. You know, we're not going back just winning wins and loss. I think Cam's got a good team. He just was unlucky, you know. So I think Cam's team will come back better, and that's why I got number 4 this week. Number 3, I got no other than Jared Solero. Spin Dip. What can I say about Spin's team? Well, as you know, Jared is just a power-hungry cocksucker. So when the rankings aren't out at Wednesday at 8 a.m., you know, he loses his mind. He starts to cry, commissioner this, commissioner that, not my commissioner, commissioner stinks, wah, wah, wah. Cry me a river. Jared had a good week. He put up 132, 130.1, I should say, and you know, most weeks that gets you a win, but not this week, shitbag. You played Balfi, and he put up 194. So, Jared, you know, Jared's got a good team. He's got hella running backs. They're deep. He's got Raheem Mostert. You know, Alvin Kamara did his thing. If Josh Allen's going to put up 25 points every week, though, you know, then we're going to be in some trouble here as a league because Jared's got a nice little squad. So that's why I'm putting Jared in over there at number 3. Jared's got a good squad. Got the loss this week. I fully expect him to come out and smoke some boots this week. If Jared goes to 0-2, that'd be good for the league because he's got a deep squad over there. So let's hope he does something to fuck that up. All right, and then checking in at number 2, I got Coach Klein, Squintini. All right, you know, Squintini got his usual 30 from Russ, Danger Russell Wilson. Just Mr. Reliable, you know. That's really all you can say about that. Kind of like Squinty, Mr. Reliable. You know he's going to be there. Always has a pretty good team. You know, checks in at number 2 this week. Are we surprised? Maybe. I don't know. He's got Juju. I love Juju this year. Don't tell Jared that. Jared, he thinks Juju is the second coming of Jerry Rice. So, this Coors Light is dog shit. Alright, so we got 12:58 on the clock. I want to try and post this before the game starts. Obviously, you guys won't see it before the game starts because that's not how technology works, right? But, so, like I was saying, we got Squinty at number 2. It's 12:58 on the clock. I want to try and get this through. I'm only running on, what do I got here? It's only been 9 minutes. Last week was like 12. So, you know, you didn't hear me talk as much this week. Do you care? No. Probably will there be people crying? Yes. You can never make everybody happy. So, all right. And number one, the one we've all been waiting for is Balfi. He just had a monster week. You know, Balfi's team put up 194. That's going to happen when you have Devontae put up 41 and then Josh Jacobs puts up 35.9. It was a big week for Balfi. Put up 194. That's just huge. You know, you're going to win basically every time you do that. It's a Booger McFarland code. If you score more points than the other team, you're going to win. Right, Fitz? You tell him. So, yeah, that's what Balfi did. He just scored more. He scored more. Jared scored the most this week. So, that's why you get number 1. Usually you score the most points, you'll be number 1. So, Balfi, king of the castle for the first week. Week 2 of the power rankings. Balfi's on top. I'll come back at you boys next week with some more action, more fun. Hopefully next week I'll do it before Sunday. But hey, you never know. Well, thanks for tuning in.